We are just going for it. Here we go. I am so not prepared for starting this out that I'm using my tiny little mic. I could clip it somewhere, but I'm not even sure where to clip it. I have a larger mic for the future, but I have a quiet moment as a mom and I'm taking full advantage of it. And when they say to take inspired action, I feel like that's what this is. I chose to use May this month to really jump out of my comfort zone and start a podcast and YouTube to infuse hope, joy, and courage into your motherhood journey because we know in the midst of motherhood, in the thick of motherhood, that sometimes those feelings of peace, joy, hope, and courage may not always be tangible. And I want to help you feel more peace, joy, hope, and courage, no matter what you're navigating, no matter what season you're walking through. Um, from a place of I've been there, I've done that, and I'm actually navigating some really challenging seasons right now. So, if you do not know me, I am Ashley Left, a rural mom of three. My kids are 9, 7, and 3. Uh, two really close together, and then we had a break, and then we had one more baby who I ended up having a high risk pregnancy, and that is a whole story within itself. Um, all three beautiful miracle babies. And I am married to a wheat farmer, and we are building our first generation wheat farm. And he comes from a multi generation wheat farm, but sometimes things change, shift, and you start growing your own farm, you start growing your own dream. And for us, it has been grit, grace, prayer, and love from the very first moment. And honestly, these are all pieces of why I feel called to start a channel to expand upon what I've been building over the last 6 years because I want to continue to infuse hope, courage, and joy and a little bit of peace into your motherhood journey. Because, like I said, sometimes we know that no matter what you're walking through, those things do not feel tangible. I am a mom that experienced overwhelm, anxious feelings, a little bit of burnout in the early parts of motherhood. And I knew deep down that that's not how I wanted my motherhood experience to feel or to be. And I knew that there had to be a change. And I searched high and low. I Googled often how to increase your energy in motherhood. And honestly, it was like get better sleep, do this thing, work out. And I was doing a lot of those. And I still do a lot of those today, but I do them differently than I did even 9 years ago. And especially 15 years ago when I first got married and did not have kids. And I have not been married for 15 years, but when I first met my husband, we've been together for 12 years and we have created a lot of amazing things. And I just feel like we are at the forefront of more that we are going to create in the future. Um, with that, the things that I've navigated of understanding how overwhelm, burnout, low energy, anxious feelings can feel and really draft your motherhood experience, I knew that there had to be a different way. So I searched. And when I searched, I would come upon the workouts, the supplements, the things. And I really started a supplement protocol over 6 years ago. And that was one of the things that catapulted me on a journey to understand and learn and create a better foundation with my body. And that's why I talk a lot about coming home to your body because you can work out to get skinny, you can supplement your body to feel better, you can eat all of the great things to be a specific number on the scale. But if you are not doing the soul work, if you are not tuning in and listening to what your body is telling you, you will, no matter all of the habits that you put in, no matter what supplements you take, no matter what you do, the next time a stressful season hits, you will experience those anxious feelings, the low energy, the burnout, the lack of sleep again. And th- that is what I want to create here, is to help you understand the mindset shifts, the soul care, the actual foundational habits to get you feeling your best so you can show up your best in motherhood, in life, in business. And so you can look back on your life in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and be like, I'm really proud of myself. I have actually done this, and I am going to be able to do whatever I put my mind to because I said the things that I said I was going to do and I followed through. Was it messy? Heck yes. Did I give myself immense amount of grace? Yes. Did I cry? Yes. Did I stumble? Heck yes. Did I say something to my kids that I regret? Probably. Did I apologize? Hell yes, because that is the way that motherhood is. And there is no perfectionism here. There is no roadmap to getting you to a perfect life. The life that is great for you is the one where you are proud of yourself, that you can look in the mirror and be so proud of the person that you are and the person that you are becoming. And that's what these podcasts and the YouTube are going to be about. That's what this entire channel is going to be about, is 15 to 20 minutes. I should just say 10 to 30 minutes, because if you know me in real life, you know that I love to chat. I will chat your ear off. I like to talk. And that's probably why I have always felt called to start a channel talking, because I have gotten in trouble since I was in third grade that I could talk to anybody and everybody. Put me in an airport on a plane next to some stranger, I will find a reason to talk to you, because I sat next to somebody on my last plane ride and they were coming home from China to meet with their family in Washington state. And to me, that is just magical. But I would have never known that if I didn't talk to them. These episodes will be 10 to 30 minutes long. And my desire is to infuse hope, courage, joy, and peace into your journey in the thick of motherhood, because I would be lying to you. I would be deceiving you if I didn't say that motherhood was beautiful, magical, graceful all the time, because there are so many great pieces of it. It is the best journey that I've ever been on, but there are times that is really challenging. There are times that I have no idea what I'm doing, but the more that I pray and the more that I take care of myself, the better equipped I feel on my journey. So there are going to be mindset shifts. There's going to be habits and tools that you can put into your toolkit to continue building out a really awesome toolkit, not just for yourself and motherhood, but I honestly think if you want to build out a really stellar toolkit for yourself, then you have to be looking into your entire family. And this is why I believe the gut health supplements that I've been using for 6 years are still impactful, because when I started searching for things, I started searching for myself, but I knew that if it was going to be successful, that it had to align with my entire family. And that's why it's important. And to this day, it still is. So, we will be building out a toolkit for you so that if you do have a day of overwhelm, you can pause, you can sit down, and you can be able to break down, what does my body need? What am I doing that is actually allowing me to feel overwhelmed? And I don't need to feel this way today. That's why this channel is being started. It's not for me to sit here and tell you what to do, it's for me to infuse that hope into you so you can get into action and you can actually live a life that you are proud of. Let me say that again. It's not for me to sit here and tell you what to do, but for me to help you to get into action so you can sit there and get into action and to live a life that you are proud of. Because I can tell you to do all of the things. I can sit here and tell you to do all the things. but you have to use your own discernment to choose what best aligns with you and the tools that you can implement in your toolkit so you can feel more energy, feel more joy, so you can sleep better, so you can take that one thing that she said today that will shift her mindset so you can feel more calm and joy today or tomorrow. So you can sleep better tonight. Those things matter. Those things matter in motherhood. Those things matter as a woman. So before I keep going on and on about all of the things, just know that I was once in your shoes. I was overwhelmed, anxious, had low energy, actually was very inflamed and had weight loss resistance. And I used to have and tie all of my worth into my weight. And I've shifted and changed and come home to my body. And I feel so much more peace, energy, and joy. And if I have an overwhelming day, I know how to get into action and work through it quicker so I don't have more overwhelming days. That's what I want for you too. So you can look back on the life that you're living and be very, very proud of. So buckle up. We're going to be pushing out some episodes. We're going to be having fun. You're going to be listening. And I really hope that you feel encouraged, empowered, and that you can take some tangible steps to get yourself in action.